Okay, so this video is going to show the new video queued assessment feature, and more specifically how to set it up. So here I'm running an assessment, so I'm in my assessment settings. The first thing that you're going to need to do is in your display method choose video queued, and then submit this, and then go into your questions settings and go ahead and add your questions. And then as long as you got video queued assessment, there'll be a button here that says define video queues, and click that. So the first thing we need is the video ID, and this only works with YouTube right now. So I'm going to hop over to YouTube, and here's a video I uploaded. And you can either, in the URL bar, so up here, you'll notice that it says youtube.com/washv equals. You can either just grab that part that's right after the V there, or you can click the little share icon here, and this part that comes after the YouTube is the part we want. So I'm going to grab that, come over here, paste it in, except I only want that part of it. I only want the ID itself. And I'm going to hit load video, and that's going to load my video up over here. So now we're going to the idea behind this is we're going to break our video into segments, and at the end of each segment, we're going to pop up a question. So question 1 here is going to pop up at the end of this segment. So my first segment I'm going to call Getting Started, and then I need the end time. Now, if you've already watched your video and queued everything, that's fine. If not, just start watching your video here. So I'm going to... And when the question comes, I'm going to hit my grab button here. Okay, so notice I hit grab, it pulled the time, that's 18 seconds. You can also just type in times, like 1 minute 23 or something like that. And now, if the question is just supposed to come up, and then that's the end of it, and then it goes on to another video segment, then you're done. In my video, what I did is I'm going to ask them the question, and I'm going to show them a non-randomized question that matches this one. And then the video continues with a solution to that question. That way they get to try it before they see the answer. Trying to encourage them not to just mimic a solution, but instead try to figure out the solution themselves first. So in this case, I'm going to click I have a follow-up, and I'm going to call it answer, because it's the answer to this question, and it ends at... Oh, I think I talked for a while here, so let me... So we're getting close here, I think. Okay, good enough. That's pretty close. So the thing that I'd recommend doing if you're going to use this is when you record your videos, leave a few seconds pause where the transitions are going to happen, because all of this you can see is queued by whole seconds, and so you kind of want a second before that and a second after it in order to make sure everything works out nicely. By the way, you can also add additional like just titled segments that don't lead to a question, because these segment titles will show up as navigation on the left side. So you can add additional sort of navigation points into your into your video if you like. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here and fill in the rest of this information. We'll be back in a sec. Alright, so I filled all this in. Now in my video, after this last answer portion, I have another little bit of video that sort of wraps everything up. And so I have a remainder of video segment and put something there. If you don't have any, just leave it blank. Now, one thing to note is you do want to make sure that this, whatever your last time here, is like at least 1 second from the end of the video. So again, leave a little bit of time at the end of the video. Otherwise, it might miss the time cue. So there we go. I put in everything I need. I'll hit submit. It brings me back to here. I can always go back in and edit later. But this should be ready to roll. Let's give it a try. So notice that it pops open my video. Each of those segments gets a little link, so if I clicked any of those, it'll jump to that portion of the video. The students can jump to the question if they want to. Now in this case, I set it up so they can also jump right to the answer if they want, because I put links to the answer in the navigation. If you didn't want those, we could unclick these. So like I could unclick my show links in navigation options here, and then they could jump to the question still, but they can't jump to the answer. So what's going to happen is then when a student answers a question, hopefully correctly, it will tell them they're right, like usual, and then give them the option to either continue to the answer or jump to the next portion of the video. Now, if they get the question wrong, it doesn't give them this option to jump ahead. It just says continue video to answer. And if you didn't have an answer portion, it would just say continue to plotting more points. So then the student can click and continue watching the video. And yeah, so that is the new video cued assessment system.